It's spring of 2025, and it's almost Passover. So today, we're going to take a look at the former and the latter rain, and we're going to find out what is it really and how do we get it. So to begin, we're going to go to Zechariah 10, verse 1. Ask Yah for rain in the season of the latter rain. Yah made lightnings, and he will give rain of heavy showers to them, to each the green plant in the field. So let's look at the word for the latter rain, and for that we'll go to the Blue Letter Bible, and that Hebrew word is pronounced Malkosh, and it's from the Strong's H4456, and it means latter rain or spring rain, the March and April rains which mature the crops. So what else very significant in the Torah happens in the spring? So for that, we go to Deuteronomy 16, verse 1. Observe the month of Abib and keep the Passover to Yah your God, because in the month of Abib, Yah your God brought you out of Egypt by night. So let's take a look at that Hebrew word Abib. And for that, we go to Strong's H24, and the word in Hebrew is Abib. And the meaning of the word is in the ear or green ears of corn, fresh young barley ears, month of ear forming, of greening of crop, month of Exodus and Passover. So the latter rain happens in springtime during Passover and the Exodus. So let's read about the Exodus. Exodus 12, verses 12 through 13. On that same night, I will pass through Egypt and strike down every firstborn of both people and animals, and I will bring judgment on all the gods of Egypt. I am Yah. The blood on the houses where you are staying will be a sign. When I see the blood, I will pass over you. No plague will fall on you to destroy you when I strike the land of Egypt. Yah was testing the children of Israel to see if they were ready to be freed from the Egyptians, and he told them to sacrifice a lamb and put the blood on the door as a sign. And the lamb in Egypt was worshipped as a god, and that god's name was Kanun. And we see in this drawing of Kanun that he's even holding an ankh or the cross. And just like Yah is today testing the remnant of the children of Israel by giving them JC or the lamb, we are waking up and removing the pagan idol of JC, just like the children of Israel did before the Exodus. So what is prophesied to happen with this former and latter rain? And for that, we'll turn to Joel 2, verse 23. Be glad then, ye children of Zion, and rejoice in Yah your God, for he hath given you the former rain moderately, and he will cause to come down for you the rain, the former rain, and the latter rain as before. So what is this former rain? And for that, we go to the Blue Letter Bible, and that's Strong's H4175, and that word is pronounced more, and it means early rain or teacher or a teaching. Now let's go back to Joel and look at that word for the former rain moderately. Let's look at the word moderately in the Blue Letter Bible. And that word is Strong's number H6666, and it's pronounced Sadak, and it means righteousness, justice, of the law. So if we continue on in Joel, it says, and he will cause to come down for you the rain, the former rain that we just figured out what that means, and the latter rain, which we also know happens in March and April. But let's take a look at the root word for Malkosh. In the Blue Letter Bible, that's the Strong's number H3953, and it's pronounced Lakash, and it means to glean or to gather. So now let's read Joel 2, verse 23, with our new understanding of the Hebrew. Be glad then, ye children of Zion, and rejoice in Yah your God, for he hath given you the teaching of righteousness, and he will cause to come down for you the rain, the understanding of Torah, and the gathering as before, as in the Passover and the Exodus. So if this prophecy from Joel is telling us that soon the former and latter rain will happen again, how did we lose this former and latter rain, this understanding of and the teaching of righteousness and the gathering? And we can find that out in Deuteronomy 11. The land you are to enter and possess is not like the land of Egypt from which you have come, where you would sow your seed and then water it by hand, as in a vegetable garden. But the land that you are crossing the Jordan to possess is a land of mountains and valleys that drink in the rain from heaven, a land which Yah your God cares for. Yah your God's eyes are always on it, from the beginning of the year even to the end of the year. Deuteronomy 11 verses 14 through 15. He will give the rain for your land in its season, the early rain and the latter rain, that you may gather in your grain and your wine and your oil. And I shall give food in your field to your livestock, and you will eat and you will be satisfied. Deuteronomy 11 verses 16 through 17. Beware that your hearts are not deceived, and that you do not turn away and serve other gods and worship them. Then Yah's anger will burn against you, and he will shut up the heavens so that it will not rain, and the ground will yield no produce, and you will soon perish from the good land Yah is giving you. So we see here in Deuteronomy what did happen. The children of Israel did turn, and they were deceived by pagan false gods like JC, and they turned and worshiped them instead of Yah only, and were kicked out of the land. But now we are waking up and returning to Yah only. And let's see what the prophet Jeremiah warns us about in Jeremiah 14 verse 22. Do any of the worthless idols of the nations cause rain to fall? Do the skies themselves send showers? Is it not you, O Yah our God, who does this? So we put our hopes in you, because you alone do all of this. And in Hosea 6 verse 3, we read, let us know, let us press on to know Yah. His going out is sure as the dawn. He will come to us as the showers, as the latter and former rains that water the earth. Isaiah 45 verse 8. Shower, O heavens, from above. Let the clouds rain down righteousness. Let the earth open, that salvation and righteousness may bear fruit. Let the earth cause them both to sprout. I, Yah, have created it. Children of Israel, leave the pagan idol this season of the latter rain, which is the season of the Passover and the second Exodus, the gathering of all those who remove JC and all pagan idols from their life, and who separate themselves from the surrounding nations and are showing Yah that they are ready to be harvested by the former and latter rain.